Let's explore hypothetical together. There are over 4 times as many livestock as people. Farmed cattle alone weigh nearly 10 times as much as all wild mammals combined. So imagine if a wizard of meatless dining suddenly appeared and with a one wave of a wand, wiped away all meat from our shelves, along with any desire to eat it. Farm animals destined for food vanished, whisked away to another planet. What happened in the following days, years, and even millennia? Overnight, food-related greenhouse gas emissions dropped by about 63%. We no longer get protein and key nutrients from the approximately 17 billion chickens, 1.5 billion pigs, 300 million cattle, and 200 million tons of fish and shellfish processed for consumption each year. To help fill the nutrition gap, our demand for fruits, vegetables, and legumes go up. A diet that most dietitians agree contains all the nutrients we need for a healthy life. But initially, there aren't enough of these foods to go around. The rise in demand causes process costs to soar. In regions like Mongolia, where the harsh environment makes it difficult to grow vegetables, a sudden lack of meat leaves people with little to eat. Culture with brown meat lose their foundations. Members of salmon eat tribes in the Pacific Northwest of the United States, for example, lose not only sustenance and livelihood, but an integral component of their religion. Tens of millions of anglers lose work that was already threatened by dwindling fish populations. As the meat industry collapses, many households in developing countries are left scrambling for income that once came from livestock farming. Some meat producers shift to agricultural crop, which leaves workers and neighboring communities less susceptible to respiratory disease associated with livestock productions. As the crop agriculture expands, prices come down. Ultimately, vegetarianism becomes less expensive than meat eating in most countries. Luckily, we don't need to create new farmland to grow all this food, without animal raised for meat. Land that is being used to grow feed is now available. All this considered, our new diets require less land and water. Millions of deaths are avoided every year, thanks in part to lower rate of heart disease, cancer, and other conditions associated with red meat consumption. We no longer contract a new pathogen from wild animals hunted for food, or novel influenza viruses from farm pig, and drug-resistant superbugs that develop in beef cattle that are being preemptively fed antibiotics. As the years pass, global biodiversity rises as habitat loss, pesticide use, and the pressure from agriculture subside, and Amazonian birds have more forest to fly over, fewer cheetahs shot for stalking too close to livestock. Bee, wasps, and butterfly communities thrive as natural areas expand. In turn, insect-pollinated crops produce higher yield. Many ocean species rebound from overfishing. Throughout history, human interaction with vegetarian regions have evolved a genetic mutation that help them more efficiently process fats from plants. So over thousand years, our bodies may evolve to make the most of our veggies, or we may lose some adaptations, like the ability to extract iron from meat. Of course, our vision will not turn our world meatless. Though many individuals have chosen to go vegetarian globally, meat eating is still on the rise. This trend spells trouble for our climate. Even if we suddenly stop burning fossil fuels, business as usual food system paired with growing population will push global temperature to over 1.5 degrees Celsius by the end of this century. Cattle are the biggest culprit. Beef and dairy production are responsible for over 60% of all food. Beef and dairy production are responsible for over 60% of all food-based emissions, while only providing around 80% of world calories. In fact, diets containing modest portion of meats like chicken often produce less greenhouse gas than vegetarian diets high in dairy. Reducing beef, cheese, and milk consumption could go a long way towards achieving many of the benefits of meatless world. No magic required.